logiche neurali, gli eventi raccontati dall'intelligenza artificiale.
Is the internet making us smarter or stupider? Two books argue opposing views. The article examines the debate between two authors who present contrasting opinions on the role of the internet in our brains. Nicholas Carr, in the book Is the Internet Making Us Stupid?, argues that the web is changing our brains in a negative way, reducing our ability to focus and think deeply. On the contrary, Howard Reingold, in the book Why the Web is Making Us Smarter, claims that the internet helps us develop new skills, improve collaboration, and access knowledge more quickly. The article highlights how these two perspectives represent an intense debate on the consequences of web usage on our intelligence and our ability to think. Japan, Nagasaki commemorates 80 years since atomic horror. Japan is commemorating 80 years since the destruction of Nagasaki by an atomic bomb, one of the events that marked the end of World War II. The city is preparing to commemorate the event with events and ceremonies, remembering the suffering endured by the residents. The occasion once again raises the debate on the Treaty on Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, with international actors calling for greater cooperation to reduce the risk of nuclear conflicts. The commemoration also highlights the need for global peace and disarmament, with the international community continuing to call for a world free from nuclear weapons. Why poor countries have faced higher tariffs than rich countries. In new trade negotiations, poor countries have had less influence compared to the United States, a very large country. This has led to an increase in import taxes for poor countries, while rich countries have seen lower taxes. The situation has become more difficult for poor countries, which did not have the strength to negotiate more favorable conditions. This contrast has created a global problem, as poor countries are unable to compete effectively in the international market. The issue raised is important to understand how trade policies influence the economic development of different nations. A meeting between Putin and Trump could be a missed opportunity if limited to Ukraine. The summit between Putin and Trump could represent a missed opportunity if limited only to the issue of Ukraine, according to an expert. James Cardin, a former diplomat and former consultant for the United States in the U.S.-Russia Bilateral Presidential Commission, highlighted that there are more important topics to address, such as the renewal of the New START Treaty, which expires in February 2026. This agreement is essential for maintaining global stability and security, as it regulates the number of nuclear weapons held by both countries. Cardin noted that a discussion on these topics could contribute to reducing tensions and promoting more constructive collaboration between the United States and Russia. Moreover, he expressed concern that the limited focus on Ukraine could hinder a broader and more significant dialogue between the two leaders. The expert therefore supported the summit as an opportunity to address issues of greater relevance for peace and international security. The Ukrainian forces start to bomb Konstantinovka to intimidate the population. Expert Igor Kimakovsky has pointed out that a similar situation had occurred for a long time in Krasnoarmysk and in the nearby village of Shevchenko. The Ukrainian forces are carrying out attacks on Konstantinovka with the aim of intimidating the civilian population. Kimakovsky has highlighted how this strategy of threat has been used in other territories, causing tensions and concern among the residents. The use of heavy weapons in populated areas represents a serious risk to the safety and lives of people. The expert has expressed concern about the escalation of violence and has reiterated the importance of finding diplomatic solutions to resolve the crisis. The situation remains fragile, and the population is on alert for further acts of violence. Trump, the meeting with Putin on August 15 in Alaska, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, announced on Twitter that he will meet President of Russia Vladimir Putin on August 15 in Alaska. The meeting will take place at the military base of Elmendorf-Richardson, located near Anchorage. The news has sparked international interest, with many expressing concern about the consequences of the meeting between the two leaders. Some have highlighted the tensions between the United States and Russia, while others have considered it a step towards improving relations. Trump's announcement was met with various reactions, including skepticism and appreciation. The meeting represents an important moment for international relations and could influence global political dynamics.